Ryan with PhoneDog.com. You know, in 2010, you can't release a smartphone, even if it's entry-level, with anything less than 3G. It's just not going to sell, with WiMAX, LTE, HSPA Plus either being developed, out on the market, or in the process of coming to the market. To that end, BlackBerry and T-Mobile realized that with the 8520, and they've released the BlackBerry Curve 3G 9300, which is a replacement to the 8520. You know, basically, barring a few design changes, it's mostly the same, but it throws in 3G, whereas it was an Edge device beforehand. So it's available in a couple different colors, one of which is Smoky Violet, which is the demo unit. Special thanks to T-Mobile for getting us this. We're going to do an unboxing of the BlackBerry Curve 3G, and it starts right now. So here's the BlackBerry Curve 3G with T-Mobile, and again, special thanks to our friends at T-Mobile for hooking us up with a review unit so we can do the unboxing. Now, that being said, this device has already been unboxed, or so it looks like, you know, with the tab broken and a couple different things. So it's not, you know, a full unboxing in the most literal sense of the word, but we can still get an idea as to what's inside. BlackBerry Curve 3G on the front, beautiful picture on the side. Let's see what's inside. BlackBerry Curve phone, battery and charger, USB cable, BlackBerry user tools, stereo headset, micro SD card, SIM card, start guide, tips and tricks. So, you know, interesting little box, much like the Torch box on that front. And actually, it's funny because, you know, T-Mobile opted to go with this box for their Curve 3G, but for Verizon's, they went with a little bit larger box, so we can compare those a little bit in the unboxing here in just a second. Let's take a look at this. And there it is. You know, I think purple's my color. Smoky Violet is my color. But in terms of design, you know, not a lot's changed. You'll notice that it's retained that Curve 8300 series kind of hump, if you will, or, you know, design lines right there, which is different. That wasn't there in the 8520. And you'll notice that it's missing the little partitions between the keys from the 8520 as well. So a couple differences there. In terms of the camera, it's still 2 megapixel, Wi-Fi equipped. Still the same on that front, but let's start while it's starting up. Let's have a look here. You can see again it's already been unboxed. So USB cable, AC adapter module, which they've gone to this on all of their recent devices, starting with the Torch. So all the 9300, 93XX series, BlackBerry Curve 3G series have the dongle, the AC adapter dongle. So that's there, and then some stereo, or some earbuds. Now let's have a look inside. Terms and conditions, tips and tricks, BlackBerry Curve 3G, user guide with T-Mobile, BlackBerry user tools on a small CD. Now, you know, that's all well and good for people that have a drive that, you know, where they can stick it on it, but in terms of the slot loading stuff, that might be frustrating for Mac users, things like that. And then a baggie to recycle your old phone. So nice of them to include that in there. Get a couple of goodies in the box. It did say it came with a micro SD card. Let's have a look behind the battery here. You'll notice it's a different battery, CS2, in the BlackBerry Curve 3G. Comes with a 2 gigabyte SanDisk micro SD card installed in the back. So in terms of design, like I said, you know, left side, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, micro USB charging port, 2 soft key buttons on each side, and the volume rocker there, all rubberized on the sides. So that's a nice touch. But in terms of design, almost exactly the same as the BlackBerry 8500 series, save for the little bottom part here, which seems to have retained some design cues from the BlackBerry 8300 series, Curve 8300 series. So BlackBerry OS 5 installed, though. This device is supposed to be able to go to BlackBerry 6, so when that's available, it is ready to go to it on that front. Let's have a quick look through the menu here. You see some T-Mobile installed programs, Web to Go, a couple new ones, T-Mobile downloads, T-Mobile My Account. Let's go through some of the folders here and see what we have. Documents to go. Otherwise, looks pretty similar in that front. Some fun games. Brick Breaker, Texas Hold'em, Sudoku, Klondike Word Mole. Where's Brick Breaker? Oh, good. Okay, I didn't miss it. Downloads. Settings. And it's funny, you know, Smoky Violet actually is a pretty nice color. I can see, you know, a lot of people that would be interested in a color like this. It's definitely shiny, looks good. I'll show you the gray as well, even though this is a T-Mobile unboxing, or the unboxing of the T-Mobile Curve 3G. Let's have a quick look at Verizon's Curve 3G, which the Verizon PR people were nice enough to send to us for review as well. So you can get an idea of the different colors. Design cues, very similar there, and similar on that front. So having reviewed the BlackBerry Torch, with BlackBerry 6, going back to BlackBerry 5 is a little bit of a disappointment. That said, this device is capable of going to BlackBerry 6. So, if and when it gets the update, you'll be graced with a different operating system in terms of functionality, slightly different operating system in terms of functionality, better web browser that's enabled with Webkit, and more. So just to give you an idea, same web browser here that you're used to from BlackBerries of the past, all the way back to, the World Edition series, and further back with some minor changes. So let's have a look real quick at this. We'll type in PhoneDog. But otherwise, menu functionality is very similar to the Bold 9650, the Tour 9630, and several of the past BlackBerries. So just not that same rich experience that you get with a WebKit-enabled browser, which BlackBerry 6 does have. So that said, the Torch is available on AT&T, so if you're on T-Mobile, you want BlackBerry 6, this is going to be your best bet right now in terms of getting BlackBerry 6 as quickly as possible. And there it comes. So you can see, functionality is just not, it's decent, but compared to iOS and Android and even BlackBerry 6, it's just not the same. You can see it's a little bit laggy, but not too bad. You can zoom in and zoom out that way. So that in a nutshell is the BlackBerry Curve 3G with T-Mobile, and it's available through T-Mobile retail stores now, and the pricing is dependent on whether you're on an Even More plan or an Even More Plus plan. So if you're interested in the device, head down to your local T-Mobile store to get some accurate information on pricing. In the meantime, stay tuned to PhoneDog.com for my first impression and eventually the review of the BlackBerry Curve 3G, both on T-Mobile and on Verizon. We'll have some additional coverage as the days go on this device. In the meantime, head over to Facebook and be sure to like our page, facebook.com/PhoneDog. We have exciting content over there, Sydney's show, and some exciting surprises planned in the coming weeks. So head over to the page, like us, be our friend. We'd certainly appreciate it. Facebook.com/PhoneDog. And as always, be sure to follow me on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron. Ask me any questions you have about this device, phone questions, phone advice, whatever. I'm happy to do my best to answer those as quickly as I can. Thanks for watching. I'm Aaron. Have a great day.